Hey, everybody, this is Rapping Sports with Jax from the J to the A to the X to the X.com. How we doing today? We're going to have a little recap, talk about the Devils so far, of what they're doing, and how they're going to make out the season, which is going to be really kind of a mystery because the one thing about the Devils is they've absolutely upgraded their team. But how much have they upgraded their team? And I think I know the keys to the team, but we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Now, getting Hamilton, signing him, and signing Graves, that's a tremendous upgrade right there from the defense to what it was. And if you're really thinking about it now, you got Siegenthaler, and then you have Subban, which could be like your third pairing. Now, that's not a bad D right there. And you have Subban on a contract year. So whether he stays with the Devils or goes somewhere else, he's got to put up this year. He cannot have a bad year this year. And you always have him for trade bait, which hopefully we don't need him for trade bait because that probably means you're not in a playoff run. So when you say that, it's good and it's bad at the same time. I mean, you'll probably get something for him, but it also means you're probably not in a playoff run. So we really want the Devils to be part of that. And then you picked up Bernier, and then you already have Blackwood. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be an interesting period. Everybody that I see seems to love Bernier. They said he had a good year with Detroit on a bad team, which sometimes, I'm not as confident in Bernier as everyone else in the organization. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just not really sure about him. Blackwood, I have confidence that at some point he'll kick in and he'll get a little more consistent. And that's really what it comes down to with a lot of Devils this year, especially forwards. We need some consistency and we need it bad. And some of these players are in their third and fourth years now, and you'll know who I'm talking about in a minute. But Bernier, I want to keep my eye on him because sometimes that's misleading when you play on a bad team and you make a lot of saves and you look really good. But at least he's going to play and not retire on us. That's what that's starting to look like. So that's pretty good right there. That's a good start right off the bat. But anyway, now here's where the difference of the Devils making the playoffs or not is going to come on the forward group. Now, they added Tatar. That was a nice little move, sneaky. You can put him in the top six somewhere, some combination. But I think the players that you have to watch out for are Jasper Bratt. Time for him to start putting up because he's been injured on and off. I know last season was a rough season. It took him a while to get a visa to get in. Then I think he was a little bit hurt. So he could have been off, and he never really had a great year or a good year. He started getting better as the year ended, but now he's got to start out fresh, and he's got to be ready to go. You obviously know what happened to Heischer. He just had all kinds of injury problems. And it's important that unless the Devils make a few more changes, which they probably will before the regular season, I can't see them trying to pick up another forward. But you can't afford injuries and the forwards, and especially Heischer. You cannot get injured again this year. And you got to let him play to see what he can do because when he's playing, he makes the players around him better. And then you got Zacha. It's put up or shut up time. 20 to 30 goals we need from him this year. And it's a must. And then you got Sharangovich, which everyone has confidence in him. I like what I saw him in his first year. He definitely has some. I think there's two guys that are on the Devils that are actual snipers, and he's one. And then you'll have Nolan Foot. Well, the Foot will be the other. So we'll see how that goes if he gets to play a lot. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what the Devils do. But those players got to be consistent. The forwards got to stop putting the points up. Hughes needs to have a good year. I think 60, 70-point year for Hughes is a must. At the same time, Heischer's got to have that 60, 70 points a year because that'll add some nice balance to their scoring up front, and they must do that. And obviously the one thing, well, I should say two things, is the specialty teams. Penalty killing garbage last year, so they can only go up from here. And then power plays, that was just bad. And that's puzzling why that was bad. Even with some of the injuries, and they still had Palmieri on the team. They should have been way better. And that's why, I guess they're still in a Tarasenko sweepstakes, if there is one, a sweepstakes still. Who knows? Because the Islanders finally made some moves, and it looks like Travis Zajac might not be on a team because they didn't keep him. It looks like they have a little bit of cap money left. So right now, Zajac looks like a man without a team, so we'll see how that goes anyway. So we'll see, but it mostly comes down to the forwards now. I think the defense, I'm not saying they're all of a sudden top-ranked defense in the league, but they're definitely going to be better. And there's a couple of people that are saying that Hamilton benefited for the good defense from Pesci and Carolina. But Graves is going to be back there. And Ty Smith the Devils have a good defense now because everyone's kind of dropped back a little bit. And these other two guys will probably be the top pairing. We don't know exactly what they're going to do right now. And then you got young guys in your organization right now. They drafted Luke Hughes. It looks like he's going to Michigan. But if he's good enough to play in the Devils, if he shows it and practices and stuff, will he really go to Michigan? We'll see. And that Michigan team's loaded, but I don't want to get into all that. So it's going to be interesting. Looking forward to the Devils. I'm going to try to talk about them a little more as we're getting close to spring, and the rookie games are coming up soon, and we'll see how it goes. But this is going to be a fun season because it's kind of a mystery season. And a lot of some teams, which I'll talk about in another show, some teams have kind of faded away, and some teams have kind of picked it up. And like in the case of the Rangers, they really have done nothing yet to this point. Still plenty of time for teams to make moves, plenty of players. Teams with the cap space obviously have the advantage. Devils have a lot of that, so I'd like to see what they do. So I have a feeling, excuse me, they're going to pick up one more really good player by the end of the year. They got like $12 million under the cap. You can get couple players. You can just get some nice stuff there. So we'll see how it goes. And you can get a player, save a little money for emergency down the stretch if you need to pick up a player. So the Devils are in good shape this way, but the forwards are the key to this team, that they start consistently popping the puck in the net. And what I'm hoping is the defense gets the puck out of the zone better than what's been happening. And Hamilton, I believe, automatically improves your power play. Boom. But maybe the Devils can get a power play specialist in there. That's where Tarasenko falls in. I still worry about Tarasenko, even though I understand why you would want him because of what he's capable of doing, but he does get injured a lot. But you need a player out there like that can put the puck in the net, help the power play out, combine, throw Hamilton in there, and is really going to be excited to see what they do this year. And I'll end it now. We'll talk about the Devils a little bit more as the season comes on and talk about individual players, and we'll see what's going on. Anyway, this is Rapid Sports with Jack, from the J to the A to the X and X.com. Go over to the website. Hey, throw me a like if you can, and subscribe, leave comments. This way I figure I know what to talk about, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.